Burke looking over the floor. And it comes off the front of the rim. Right side Towns. Pass to George. Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Peyton. Now here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, and the long reach of Cousins really enables him to hammer home some skyscraping jam.
Here's George. They get it again. Outside, Towns. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, look, Towns is an elite big man shooter. He's very dangerous when he gets breathing room from deep.
And that one's good by Rodman.
Well, sometimes you have to fight for it inside, and he does just that.
And here's George for three. Sinks the triple.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Rodman. Oh, and it's sent back by George.
And the timing from George there on the rejection, using his long reach to turn away the shot.
Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Love the recognition, realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Now here's Cunningham, and it's off from three-point range. No one near Peyton as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo screws it in.
Exploding to the cup. That's the bursting power of Giannis.
Towns with the steal. Outside, George. The three. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. George has got 6 points.
Well, you know that's the name of the game these days. Hit threes, spread out that defense.
And Cunningham with the block. And so it looks like it'll be Virginia Beach's ball. Virginia Beach making a switch here. Here's Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
Here are the Savages. Cunningham with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Towns with the bucket.
Well, when it comes to big men, you're not going to find a better catch-and-shoot option than Cat.
Lewis on the wing. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Towns.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And so is Detroit, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Savages.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Well, he's such a natural talent, has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Cunningham for three. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game. Yeah, this is really important to Cunningham's development. He needs to keep rising, firing, hitting these pull-up jumpers.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. As now we'll give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Morant takes off. Outside Roy. Over LeBron. Clock at 6. Morant. A special move before the shot.
Well, Morant has all the moves to find a way to score in that.
Outside Arenas. Thompson outside. No good from outside. Virginia Beach trails by 6. Lewis down low. Plays it up off the glass. Lewis has got his first bucket in this one.
And look at the effort level Lewis is delivering, outplaying his opponent.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
On the dunk by Payton.
And the sneaky hops of Payton, capable of rising up and catching.
There's a minute 34 left here in the second. Thompson misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Thunderous jam. Wow.
From deep LeBron. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And Payton throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Oh, my goodness! Look, what a play!
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit.
Oh, LeBron does it again!
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little extra on that
one. Screen by Cousins. And here's LeBron outside. Good on the triple. James has got 5 now. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Here's Roy. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Savages on top. They lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's Arenas penetrating. And easy 2 points on the layup. Arenas has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Savages. Here's Burke. Good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The playmaking ability of James, his level of creativity in the pick and roll is simply phenomenal.
Kicks it out to Jones. No good on the three. Detroit leading by 3. LeBron James hammers it home.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And here is Burke. Pass to Cousins. Plenty of space. And he connects with the jumper. And it's 6 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Can't forget about the mid-range, Jay. Cousins rising up with confidence from there.
Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Playing with aggression close in on that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Detroit leading by 3. Thompson inside the line. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Out left to the wing. Virginia Beach working the ball around them. Pass to Alvarado. Lots of room. And that one, good. And so it's Detroit with the ball. And someone, Stan, who fought his way into the NBA, Jose Alvarado, played his way onto a roster and has played well.
Oh, he has really played well, Kevin. And Jose Alvarado is as big a pest and plays as hard as anyone in this league and is so committed to it. If you're going to be Jose Alvarado and do what he does, you got to do it every single night to be effective, and he does.
And one of those players who will not be denied. LeBron's so strong inside.
Kicks it out to Rodman. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here is Arenas. Now here's James for the 3. Oh, the shot is pure from LeBron.
And once James catches fire, just keep feeding the beast. It is that simple.
Here's Burke. Out to Morant. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Yang. Back to James. Rodman with the rebound.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Here's Lewis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And this is the type of pressure Lewis puts on defenses. Skilled at drawing contact on the shot.
And both free throws good for Lewis.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
There's the pick. Here's Yang. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. He's got 5.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, When the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Savages. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Detroit leading by 6. And it's George finishing it off.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
Payton looking it over. Pass to Ntilikina. And he dunks it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Outside for Lewis. Here's Jackson Davis. And the rejection by Giannis. Pass to George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got the lead up to 9 now for Detroit. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Savages.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Giannis!
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Virginia Beach trails by 9. Now Burke. Jackson with the rebound. George! And he hits from 17.
How about the quickness there from George, pulling up before the defense can get set.
And he drives in, and it's sent back by George. Right to the Kumbo. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And he misses the J. Detroit leading by 13. Now Jackson. 3. Good.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Paul George with the steal. Now on to the Kumbo. For 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Savages lead by 19.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. Pass to Burke. It's thrown by Kumbo. And the slam dunk by Kumbo.
You could see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
Here's Burke. That one's off. Still out of sync. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And Cunningham with the slam.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
After Rodman, just 5 on the clock. The layup missed. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Off on that one. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. What an intriguing game we've got for you tonight. One tremendous college player will be included in the lineup. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
The tip-off goes to Detroit. Cunningham for three. Jackson with the screen. And Cade Cunningham with the three.
Well, you try to stay connected to Cunningham, but he finds a way.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
And here we go. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Putting the ball on the floor, making something happen.
New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
To the inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Putting that length and athleticism to use. Jackson rises up.
Pass to Towns. Out to Brunson. Drops in the tray.
How about the ball movement there? Creates the opportunity. Nice decision there to send it out.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
What a response by Antetokounmpo there. Demonstrating real leadership. Nailing that revenge triple.
Off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked.
Number 3, Johnny Juzang.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Towns with the steal. Over Bagley. Back to Towns. From past the arc. And another three for Detroit.
Well, you got to close out on Towns from there because he's lethal from those corner spots.
From deep, Brunson. And he's good on the three ball. Brunson's got 6.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy calls.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Here he goes. And Cunningham with the block. Here's Juzang. Brunson outside. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Pass to Bagley. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 6. Out to the wing. Right side Towns. Clock at 6. Misses the lane. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Hits the three-point bomb. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket.
Oh, come on. When Giannis hits a pull-up, Jay, what can you do on defense? Seriously.
Takes a step back. Here's Juzang. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Savages on top, up by 4. And back in a... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Savages.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunity.
Giannis! How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious, his size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis, as much or more than any star in this league. You can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor. Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Morant's got the ball here for New York. 7-point differential. And it's Brooks in the corner. Pass to Towns. Morant outside. And finished up by Morant.
You know why Morant makes those dunks look so easy? He's got a 44-inch vertical. Oh, wow! What a dunk!
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
A timely pass to take full advantage of the opening. Great stop.
Back to Cunningham. Towns, the screen to the left side wing. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Towns has got the lead up to 8 now for the Savages. Here's Morant. In the center of things, Morant.
Well, that's Morant, always applying the pressure.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. It's good. Giannis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel. Well, nice touch on the lob, and Towns made sure to finish the play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Left side, Antetokounmpo. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. Brunson attacking. Unloads from 9. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. Towns takes a big high bounce and goes in. And now it's just a 4-point Savage lead.
Yeah, nice steady play from Towns against the clock. He wasn't rushing himself to get a shot up.
And he stays with it. Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. Hangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 5 now.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's Detroit heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 7. To the paint. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
I like that. Towns attacking the rim with intent.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Another 3 for Detroit.
LeBron won't hesitate if he finds a spot he likes behind the arc.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Well, we could feel that block from here. Great to see this kind of energy on defense.
Pass to Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Towns.
Well, for his position, DeMarcus Cousins has a great build, capable of being a physical big man, but also pretty agile for his size and able to adapt to his opponent.
Towns, the screen. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Cousins.
And you can tell this is a priority for Brunson. He wants everyone involved.
Bridges with the steal. Goes up. And Bridges jams it in.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Detroit, no good that time either. New York trails by 7. Brunson outside. From deep, Brooks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
From deep, James. James buries the three.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And New York making a change here. 2 minutes into the second half of play now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Brunson. Screen by Jordan. Oh, Brunson from way outside.
Deep shot there by Brunson. You got to admire how confident that young man is.
And here's Thompson. The three. Jordan with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without a foul.
It's rebounded by Brunson. Towns, high post. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. And now just a 5-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
Back to James. That's good on the jump shot. James has got 10 points here in the second half.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Brunson. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And once James catches fire, just keep feeding the beast. It is that simple.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Savages lead by 4. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Detroit leading by 4. Cunningham drives in. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. He's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Towns wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Savages.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
On the wing, Bridges. Oh, good on the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Three-pointer. Back to Giannis. And it's blocked by Brunson. Bridges left side. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Brunson outside. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Jacks Brunson with the rebound. Detroit leading by 9. Now George. Towns with the steal. George with the steal. And he blows the dunk. What in the world happened? Brunson from long distance.
Look how fast Brunson plays. His pull-up is really unguardable.
Outside, George. Oh, what a play inside.
Yeah, the defense looks helpless to stop him. They got to figure out something different.
Brunson fires. 3. Good.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
Giannis nails the jump shot.
Nice possession, working it for a great look.
New York trails by 7. Towns the screen. And there's the 3.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Brunson. Oh, the bomb from deep will go right down.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Six-point game. Outside, Brunson. Jacks up a 3. Towns with the rebound.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Fires from way outside. Down he goes for 3.
Nerves never show through. Brunson as calm and cool as they come down the stretch.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And he jams it in.
Well, this is what you want to see from Giannis. Your biggest stars stepping up in the biggest moments. Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
New York calls timeout. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Over the taller defender, this is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. Brunson outside. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. We've got some exciting basketball ahead. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Got me one, coach.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. Pass to Morant. Wilson up top. Back to Morant. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Clock at 2. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The drive by Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Exploding to the cup. That's the burst in power of Giannis.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting with the post play that he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Brooklyn with the ball after the basket by Detroit. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Towns with it. He's picked up by Morant. And the 3-ball is good.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Wilson with the block.
Incredible timing there by Wilson. Of course, she's 6'4", but her defensive IQ helps her deny the opponent.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
Rim protection plus three-point shooting. Triple J gives you two things every team needs.
Morant drives in, and the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Morant left side. Here's Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Detroit leading by 7. And here's George for 3. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Puts up a deep 3. Outside, George. Puts up a 3. And Thompson sends it back.
In terms of off guards, Thompson is an all-defensive team-level player, can compete with the best of them.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Brooklyn trails by 10. Fires for 3. And it's sent back by George. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bonner inside. 5 on the clock. A wide open look for Bird. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And a deep 3 from George. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
So the Savages will get the first possession. Cunningham for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Here is Riley. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Cunningham. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. High post try. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, yes type of shot.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Albuquerque on D.
Number 30.
Outside Jackson. Towns for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, with his mechanics and size, when Towns spots up, it's tough to disrupt his shot.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Towns with the bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's De Silva. Vassell, no good. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Cunningham's shot is off. Pass to Curry. There's the triple. Rebound, Detroit. To the inside. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. The long distance three is buried.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Kick out to Giannis. Detroit, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Paul George with the steal. Jackson has the open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
He was all alone on that one. Curry's got 9 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And it's blocked.
Yeah, when you go to the rim, you better bring it or it's going to get rejected. And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Shoots it up, and it's sent back by George. Cunningham for three. Vassell outside.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, and that shows how much confidence he has in his ability and the work that he's put into his game.
It's been all about... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Albuquerque.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And the jam by Stephen Curry.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Bangs home the trifecta. Cunningham's got 9.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Here's Curry. He's got 19. Kicks it out to Allen. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Allen's got the lead up to 10 now for Albuquerque. Downs in the corner. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Towns. Fires the three. Another three for Detroit.
A nice response from Towns, dropping a 3 of his own.
Inside. Here's Allen. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, man, what a play by Allen. He really packs a punch.
Pass to Towns. Back to George. For the 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Curry from deep three-point land. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
Well, what a display of athletic ability. Hammering it down like that.
Now here's Curry. 22 points for him. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
There's Jackson with the 3. Drops in the tray. Jackson's got 6.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr. Not hesitating for a second off the catch.
Stolen by Jackson. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Now, here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3 ball. Curry's got 25 points in the game. Here's Giannis. Inside. Onto the Kumbo. Automatic.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good on the triple. Şengün's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 3 from George. Outside Curry. George with the steal. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And so it's Albuquerque sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Albuquerque leading by 14. Now Dosunmu. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Dosunmu's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Albuquerque. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Savages. Cunningham for 3.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Dosunmu. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Back to Arenas. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Arenas has got his first 3 points of the game.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas. A big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
To the middle. Thompson uses the glass to finish the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
James buries the three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution for Albuquerque. Max Cruz.
James looking it over. And another three for Detroit.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Here's Barrett. Pass to Cook. Off target from outside. Detroit trails by 13. From deep LeBron. Another three for Detroit.
And there's the three-point shooting ability.
And Albuquerque with the possession. Here's Lopez. Over to the left wing. Lopez a screen. And there's the drive. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Well, at this stage of his career, Brooks' primary role on offense is to be a catch-and-shoot.
LeBron outside. Pulls it up. Green for 2 points. James has got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Pass to Strus. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And so here's Albuquerque after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go.
Clearly in an attacking mindset. Not even physical defense could deter him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass to LeBron. Takes a three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. LeBron got 14 points here in the second half.
LeBron won't hesitate if he finds a spot he likes behind the arc.
Barros' shot is off. Got it off in time. And so it's Albuquerque going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Savages. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Jackson. Now George. Puts up a three. And it's Jaren Jackson with the three.
Rim protection plus three-point shooting. Triple J gives you two things every team needs.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns.
Anthony Towns.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Substitution for Albuquerque. Alfred Schengen.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Stephen Curry.
Detroit trails by 7. Cunningham with it. Now defended by Schengen. Wasted no time on that one.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
James fires. Knocks down the three.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
Down he goes for 3. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Savages.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
He drills the three.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Buries the deep ball.
Well, he drew attention inside and then kicks the ball out.
Curry with it. George picks him up. And he does not hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jackson. Three. Good.
How about those points from Jackson? Big time.
And look at how ready Allen was to fight for it. He's willing to go to battle for his team.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here are the Savages. A 2-point game. Here's Towns. And he hits the jumper.
Well, in a big moment, go to your big man. Towns can be so dominant when he needs to be.
It's tipped. Paul George with the steal. To take the lead. Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
And that steal setting up the break. Nice job.
And the rejection by Jackson. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also caught the body. So some free throws coming up right now.
And if you're looking for a big that knocks down the middle, Sengun is your guy, a very effective player.
Knocks down the three.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Nerves of steel. Mr. Sengun.
Now Towns. The three goes down.
Well, this is why you go to Towns in the clutch. That is big time.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And just seizing the moment. Allen not shying away in the clutch.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Towns.
Well, this is on the defense for letting him get this close to the basket, and then they had no choice but to foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a three here.
Curry outside. Takes the three. Misses the three. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game.
GG's.
What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports. We've got something special for you tonight. Added to the roster for this one, some collegiate players will be out there as well. A great chance for them to prove themselves. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Go.
The tip-off goes to Detroit. It's Cunningham with the drive. Count it.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
And the Thunder with the possession here. It's a three-point game. And it's Sprewell missing. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Towns. Another three for Detroit.
Well, look, Towns is an elite big man shooter. He's very dangerous when he gets breathing room from deep.
And it's LeVert missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace. How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
Pass to Jackson. Outside, out of the Kumbo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. It's LeVert on the wing. And they get it. Here he goes.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. And they double up Morant. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points.
Well, when it comes to getting the ball in the open floor, no one is more dangerous than Giannis.
Here's Morant. Walker with a clean look. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Well, that kick out shows a great feel for the game, understanding the situation.
Pass to George. Cunningham for three. Jackson. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, Jackson Jr. has a great feel around the glass, creating second chance opportunities. Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
George, that's a two-pointer. And Detroit again with the bucket.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Pass to Raja. Here's LeVert. The kick out to Walker. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Oh, give him credit for spotting the open shooter. That's just great court awareness.
Jackson in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. 5 points in the game.
A strong three-point shooter. Jackson Jr. responds.
Morant with the bucket.
Well, just a case of good defense getting beaten by better offense. Phenomenal work in close.
George, no good. And here's Morant. Pass to Walker. Morant with a wide open look. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Savages lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Everything Morant does is electric. He causes so many problems with his movement.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
It's Levert on the wing. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, what a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the taller defender.
Cunningham on the wing. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Towns. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. From range, Giannis takes it.
Well, if you've followed Giannis's career, you know how much work he's put into extending his range.
Pass to Morant. Going inside. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
Now Towns. Back to Cunningham. Here's Antetokounmpo. Guarded by Morant. Clock at 6. And here's George for 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Morant. Here's Sprewell. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
And here's George for 3.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
George double team. Looking for Cunningham, and he gets it there. There's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
Here's Morant.
Whoa! Gracious. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
Just another day at the office for Antetokounmpo. This guy consistently puts up points.
Here's Towns. The kick out to Cunningham. Right side Jackson. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Pass to George. Off target from three-point range. It's Levert on the wing. Over Jackson. And so is Detroit, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes finding the bottom of the bucket. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Oklahoma City trails by 12. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
And it's James missing. And so here is Oklahoma City. And stolen by Cousins. Puts up a three. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Detroit leading by 10. Now here's James. Oh, down the hatch it goes from LeBron.
From way back there. I mean, LeBron's just showing off now.
And yes, it's good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
No one near James as he lets it go. And another three for Detroit.
LeBron won't hesitate if he finds a spot he likes behind the arc.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And that one is good from Suggs. Suggs has got 6 here in this quarter.
Look, Suggs knows how to assert himself inside. You give him a lane and he will attack.
Nailed from three-point land.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Trains the three-pointer. LeBron's got 12 points here in the second half.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And once James catches fire, just keep feeding the beast. It is that simple.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Back to James. Takes the three. And Cunningham with the block. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And Thompson gets it to go.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
The drive by James. Adams, some nice D.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy. Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Detroit leading by 16. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The putback from deep LeBron. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
No problems knocking that one down. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Detroit. He's raised his three-point total to 6 now. A lot of points from beyond the arc. Back to the action in just a minute. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Savages. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Well, this is where Suggs is most dangerous, when he gets a little room to operate.
And George gets it to go.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
Pass to Raja. Here's Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
Oh, he's not going to miss that.
Detroit leading by 16. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
It's Suggs with the drive. Down it goes for three.
And how about Sprewell there, dropping one from deep. Really like how he's starting to get a feel for that three-pointer.
Towns the screen. Outside Cunningham. That's tipped. Suggs outside. And he banks the layup in.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Now George launches it, trained from outside.
And going with a quick release there so the D doesn't have time to react.
Jacks up a three. Buries the deep ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, the dunk!
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those cuts over here.
Outside Cunningham. And there's the three.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Jackson. Oh, good on the layup.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. That shot, no good. Oklahoma City trails by 13. It misses. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here are the Savages. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's George. Jackson outside. It's good.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Towns. The three doesn't go. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Suggs with the ball. George picks him up. Now Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the three. Antetokounmpo with the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just getting themselves.
And he makes the first. And Towns drops them both. It's tipped and stolen by James. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin.